Imagine this. You're standing at the starting line of your financial journey, with a full decade ahead to make the moves that could set you up for a lifetime of abundance. Your 20s are not just a time to dream big, they're the most powerful decade for building wealth. The choices you make now will ripple through your future, shaping the kind of freedom, security, and opportunities you'll enjoy. But here's the secret. It's not about earning a six-figure salary or stumbling upon a jackpot. It's about small strategic decisions, simple habits that compound over time into remarkable results. Unfortunately, many young people fall into traps like chasing the wrong goals, overspending on fleeting desires, or ignoring opportunities that are hiding in plain sight. The good news? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be intentional. In this article, we'll explore 10 strategies that will help you navigate your 20s with confidence and purpose, building a financial foundation that stands the test of time. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe for more actionable insights on mastering your finances and crafting the life you deserve. Let's get started. Let's tackle one of the most eye-opening shifts in financial thinking, a simple mindset change that can transform how you spend and save. Number 1. Rethink spending. Calculate in hours, not dollars. Time is money, a saying you've probably heard 1,000 times, but have you ever thought about flipping it around? Money is time. When you begin to view every dollar as a representation of the hours you've worked to earn it, your entire perspective on spending shifts. Let's break it down. Imagine you earn $20 an hour and you're eyeing a $200 gadget. At first glance, it's just a price tag, but when you think in terms of time, it's a full 10 hours of your life. Now ask yourself, will this gadget bring you 10 hours worth of joy or value a month from now? This simple mental shift reframes impulsive spending and helps you prioritize purchases that truly matter. Instead of splurging on fleeting desires, you can focus on things that align with your goals, experiences that create lasting memories or investments that grow over time. Next time you're tempted to swipe your card, pause and ask, how many hours of work is this worth? For a pair of sneakers that cost the equivalent of 10 hours of your labor, you might just think twice. This habit doesn't just curb unnecessary spending, it ensures every dollar you spend aligns with the value you place on your time. Now that you've reframed your spending, let's shift gears to making the most of what you already own. Number 2, monetize your assets. Turn liabilities into income. Your possessions are more than just things, they're opportunities. The key to building wealth isn't just about earning more, it's about making what you already own work for you. In other words, don't let your valuable items sit idle. Instead, turn them into income-generating assets. Think about it. That car you use only a few times a week? It could be earning you money on platforms like Turo. That high-end camera gathering dust in your closet? Rented out on sites like Fat Llama? Even niche items like a carpet cleaner or camping gear can become passive income streams when you make them available to others. There are countless stories of people funding life-changing goals by renting out their belongings. Some have saved for down payments on homes, traveled across Europe, or even started businesses, all by leveraging items they already owned. The beauty of this strategy is that it transforms liabilities, items that cost you money, into assets that generate income. The habit of renting out underutilized possessions doesn't just pad your wallet. It changes the way you view everything around you. Suddenly, your home is filled with untapped opportunities, and those unused items start looking like dollar signs. Actionable tip: take an inventory of your belongings and identify things you rarely use but that might have value to someone else. With just a little effort, you'll start turning everyday items into cash flow, and every dollar counts when you're building wealth. Number 3. Delay home ownership. Renting can be strategic. You've probably heard the old adage, renting is just throwing money away. It's a mantra repeated so often that it feels like gospel. But here's the truth, it's not. In fact, rushing into home ownership in your 20s can be one of the biggest financial missteps you'll ever make. Buying a home too soon can lock you into a cycle of debt, drain your savings, and limit your freedom, just when you should be exploring life's possibilities. Mortgages, unexpected maintenance costs, property taxes, these can all weigh you down at a time when flexibility is your greatest asset. Renting, on the other hand, can be a strategic move. It allows you to save and invest intentionally, growing your money in ways that often outperform home equity. Instead of tying yourself to one location or a large monthly payment, you can channel your resources toward opportunities that bring higher returns, like starting a business, traveling, or investing in the stock market. Home ownership is undoubtedly a valuable milestone, but it's a step best taken when you're financially and emotionally ready. Rushing into it too soon often leads to years of financial strain and a lack of options. Renting, meanwhile, offers the freedom to pivot, take risks, and build wealth strategically. Don't let societal pressure rush you into home ownership. Use your 20s to save, explore, and grow. When the time is right, you'll have the foundation to make a smart purchase. On your terms, not out of obligation. With your housing strategy optimized, let's look at how managing your taxes can unlock even more financial freedom. Number 4. Manage, don't just pay, your taxes. Taxes might feel like an unavoidable drain on your hard-earned money, but here's the catch. They're one of the most controllable expenses you'll face. Learning how to optimize your taxes in your 20s isn't just smart, it's like unlocking a cheat code for your finances. Take retirement fund contributions as an example. By contributing to a tax-advantaged account like a 401k or IRA, you're not just saving for your future, you're reducing the portion of your income that gets taxed today. Think of it as paying yourself first while keeping Uncle Sam from taking a bigger bite than necessary. If you're self-employed, the opportunities for tax management expand even further. Expenses like home office supplies, software, and even professional development courses can often be deducted. Beyond that, tax credits, such as those for adopting energy-efficient appliances or learning new skills, can save you significant amounts come tax season. For investors, the concept of tax loss harvesting can be a game changer. If a stock you own loses value, you can sell it to offset the gains from other investments, effectively lowering your tax bill while staying on track to grow your wealth. The earlier you master these strategies, the more financial freedom you'll create. Instead of dreading tax season, you'll approach it like a savvy player in the financial game, confident in your ability to retain more of what you've earned. Make time to learn about deductions, credits, and retirement account benefits now. A small investment of effort in understanding tax optimization today can save you thousands or even tens of thousands over the years. Number 5. Start simple, then diversify. When it comes to investing, the sheer number of options can feel overwhelming. But here's the truth. You don't need to start with something complicated or risky. The best way to begin is simple, steady, and proven. Index funds. Index funds are low-cost, diversified investments that track the performance of the market. They're often regarded as a beginner's best friend because they offer solid returns without the need for constant monitoring or market expertise. Starting here helps you build a stable foundation for your portfolio. Once you've established that base, it's time to diversify. Think beyond traditional markets. Alternative assets, like real estate, commodities, or even fine art, can add unique layers of growth potential to your portfolio. For instance, investing in art has historically offered impressive returns, especially during uncertain economic times. Platforms like Masterworks allow everyday investors to purchase shares of iconic artwork by renowned artists like Banksy and Warhol. When these pieces are sold, profits are distributed to shareholders, much like owning stock in a company. Diversification isn't just about maximizing returns, it's also about minimizing risk. By spreading your investments across different asset classes, you protect yourself from downturns in any single market. Start with index funds to keep things simple, then gradually branch out into alternative assets that align with your financial goals. The key is to strike a balance between stability and growth, building a portfolio that can weather any storm. Number 6. Use credit cards strategically. Credit cards often get a bad reputation, and for good reason. When used carelessly, they can spiral into high-interest debt that feels impossible to escape. But when used strategically, credit cards can become powerful tools for building wealth, not financial traps. The first rule of smart credit card use is simple. Never use them for emergencies. That's what your emergency fund is for. Likewise, don't rely on credit cards to cover daily expenses. Instead, think of them as tools to unlock rewards and perks. Here's the strategy. Use your credit card for planned purchases like flights, hotel bookings, or online shopping, and then pay off the balance in full every month. This way, you avoid interest charges while racking up points or cashback rewards. Over time, these rewards can cover travel expenses, hotel stays, or even major purchases. The potential is staggering. Credit card companies give out approximately $68 billion in rewards annually, but 23% of these go unclaimed. Wealthy individuals know this, which is why they optimize their spending to capture as many rewards as possible. For them, a credit card isn't a lifeline, it's a goldmine. When used with discipline, credit cards can transform everyday spending into tangible benefits. But remember, the key is management. Paying interest on overdue balances erases the value of any rewards earned. So always spend within your means and pay off your balance in full. Choose a credit card that aligns with your lifestyle, whether it's travel rewards, cashback, or other perks. Track your points and make sure you're maximizing every dollar you spend, strategically, of course. Number 7. Maximize employer retirement matches. If someone handed you free money, would you take it? Surprisingly, many people don't, and they miss out on one of the easiest ways to build wealth: employer retirement contribution matches. Here's how it works. Many companies offer to match a percentage of your salary that you contribute to a retirement account, like a 401k. For example, if you earn $50,000 a year and your employer offers a 100% match on up to 5% of your salary, that's $2,500 of extra money every year, just for contributing to your retirement fund. Over decades, thanks to compound interest, this small decision can grow into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yet many employees fail to take advantage of these benefits, either because they don't know about them or because they think they can't afford to save. But even a small contribution can make a big difference when paired with an employer match. It's essentially a guaranteed return on your investment, something you won't find in most markets. Another bonus? Contributions to retirement accounts are often made with pre-tax dollars, reducing your taxable income for the year. You're not just saving for your future, you're also keeping more money in your pocket today. Check with your HR department to understand your company's retirement match policy. Contribute at least enough to maximize the match. It's one of the simplest and most impactful steps you can take towards securing your financial future. Number 8. Think long-term. Decades, not days. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in short-term thinking. That new phone, a spontaneous weekend trip, or skipping a retirement contribution because the payoff feels too far away. It all seems harmless in the moment. But when you make decisions based only on what feels good today, you risk sacrificing the stability and freedom of your future. Here's the truth. Wealth isn't built in days or weeks. It's built in decades. The most successful people don't chase instant gratification. They focus on long-term rewards. Each small, deliberate decision, saving, investing, or resisting unnecessary upgrades, is like planting a seed. Over time, those seeds grow into a financial forest. When you shift your mindset to decades instead of days, you stop seeing wealth as a single big payday and start seeing it as the result of consistent, strategic actions. Thinking long-term also reduces financial stress. Instead of obsessing over quick wins, you focus on building a solid foundation that compounds over time. For example, skipping an unnecessary expense today might mean an extra $1,000 in your investment portfolio a decade from now, thanks to compounding returns. That same mindset applies to building skills, saving for retirement, or starting a side hustle. Small steps today lead to exponential growth tomorrow. Before making financial decisions, ask yourself, how will this impact me in 10 years? By focusing on the bigger picture, you'll make choices that prioritize your future over fleeting gratification. Number 9. Build an emergency fund. First life is unpredictable. Job losses, medical emergencies, car repairs. These unexpected events can strike at any time. Without a safety net, they can quickly spiral into financial disasters, leaving you buried in debt and struggling to recover. That's why an emergency fund isn't just a smart idea. It's a non-negotiable financial foundation. An emergency fund is your financial cushion, designed to cover 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. It's not about making money, it's about buying yourself peace of mind. With this safety net in place, you can handle life's surprises without resorting to high-interest credit cards or loans that set you back even further. Here's the key. Start small, but start now. Even saving just $500 can cover a minor emergency like a car repair or medical copay. Over time, consistently adding to your fund will help you reach your target. Once you have it fully funded, you can focus on bigger financial goals like investing, paying down debt, or upgrading your lifestyle. Think of your emergency fund as your ultimate insurance policy, a buffer that protects you from turning an inconvenient setback into a major crisis. It's not just about finances. It's about reducing stress and creating a sense of stability in your life. Set up a separate savings account for your emergency fund and automate your contributions. Even $50 a month adds up over time, giving you the security to face the unexpected with confidence. Number 10. Borrow wisely. Avoid debt for depreciating items. Debt can be a powerful financial tool, but only when it's used strategically. The problem is that too many people borrow money for things that lose value the moment they're purchased. Vacations, gadgets, new clothes, or even flashy cars. These expenses don't just cost you today, they drain your financial future. Let's break it down. Imagine financing a $5,000 vacation on a credit card with a 20% interest rate. If you only make the minimum payments, that trip could end up costing you double or more by the time you pay it off. Instead of a carefree getaway, you're left with years of unnecessary debt weighing you down. The rule is simple. If it doesn't grow in value, save up and pay for it in cash. Borrowing should be reserved for assets that work for you, like education that increases your earning potential, or a home that builds equity over time. These investments offer returns that justify the cost, unlike the fleeting satisfaction of consumer goods. The trap of borrowing for depreciating items is that it keeps you on a treadmill of payments, leaving less room to save, invest, or seize important opportunities. Every dollar you spend on interest is a dollar that could have gone toward your future. Before borrowing money, ask yourself, will this purchase grow in value or improve my financial situation? If the answer is no, it's better to wait, save, and pay in cash. Building wealth in your 20s isn't about luck. It's about smart, consistent decisions. By managing your taxes, saving intentionally, and thinking long-term, you can set the foundation for financial freedom. Start small, take control, and remember, every choice today shapes your tomorrow. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more actionable insights to help you master your finances and build the life you deserve. Your future self will thank you.